Welcome back to the Renault Master campervan conversion series. In this video I'm just going to quickly go through the layout of the van. So I'm going to go over to the iPad now and I'll show you the plans for the van and what the layout is going to be. So this is the rough layout of the van that we've got planned out. You can see the van walls here. That's the sliding door. So we'll start at the back of the van. Now we've gone for a fixed bed, as you can see. So there's the fixed bed, and that's going to have storage underneath it with access from the back doors. We're also going to put a cupboard door there so that you can open that and have access all the way through the front and the back of the van. And then moving forward, down this side, we've got a kitchen unit, and that's going to mainly be for storage. Then on the other side, we've got another kitchen unit there. And on that kitchen unit, we'll have a sink and a hob. And then again, more worktop space here. Then moving to the very front of the van, we've got this L-shaped sofa unit. Again, this will have storage underneath it. So this will be a fold up seat and that'll be a fold up seat. And if I go to the next picture, you can see here where I've just highlighted in blue, that black square is going to be the table, and that'll be fixed in to a mounting point there, which can be taken out, and then that table will slide into the edge of the bed and be stowed away there. And if I move to the next one, you can see that what was an L-shaped sofa unit becomes a single bed. So we'll have a single bed there, still with space to access here through the sliding door, and then the fixed double at the back. So that means there's space for 3 people to sleep in the van, and it also means if someone's asleep here, people can still come in and out and access the bed at the back. So yeah, that's the basic layout that we've gone for. So I'm not doing too much on the van today because, as you can probably hear, it's absolutely chucking it down, and I can't even really have the door open because it's pouring water inside. But I will quickly show you the layout that I've shown you already on the iPad. So that's going to be a seating area, like a little L-shaped sofa, and that'll all have storage underneath. And then that'll be a pull-out bed that'll turn into a single bed full width there. Then from that tape line, that's going to be worktop and cupboard space with fridge, sink, hob, etc. in. Then into the back, originally was going to do a fold-out bed, but I decided to go for a fixed bed for extra storage underneath. So that's a small double bed in the back, and then I'm going to put a cupboard in there that opens up, so you've got full length space all the way from the back doors of the van all the way to that front seat. Then on this side there's going to be a slimline, another cupboard with worktop, so just a little bit of extra space and extra storage in that one. On this side there's going to be some units, some slim units running front all the way from the back to the front, and I think I'm going to put the electrics up there, so solar charge controller, inverter, etc. in a cupboard up there, and then run the cabling down, and I think I'll house the batteries underneath the passenger seats because there's plenty of space under there. Then windows, I think the windows are going to be, that back window will be a window. I'm going to put a slimline window across there at the bed area, and then I'm going to get a window for the sliding door so that that's got a window on it. And then on the roof there's going to be a roof light fan there, so when you're cooking at this point you've got extraction, but they also reverse into a fan, so you can bring cooler air into the van and obviously push your cooking smells, etc. out of the van. So yeah, that's the main layout. I'm leaving this plywood on the walls for now, mainly because I can't really put anything outside without it getting soaking. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure everything up so that I can get the plywood for the walls ordered, because I'm going to put a second skin of thin ply. This is really thin, this is like 4mm I think ply, so that's going to stay on because it makes this surface here flush, and it means I can put a second piece across that and have one solid continuous wall without having to carpet that strut, which a lot of vans do. So I'm going to put a second skin of thin ply on. Obviously the back doors will be plied. I'll measure up, get the insulation ordered. I've obviously got quite a lot of insulation. I've probably got like half a van's worth of insulation, because the guy who had it as a camper only had one skin of this in, whereas I'll probably double up and then fill it with like rock wool to insulate any of the little gaps that's left. Then the ceiling's going to have a thin ply sheet on, and then it's going to have like batten cladding as the finish with strip lights in between. So I'll get that all measured up, get some materials ordered. Then the floor is going to be 9mm ply. Originally I was going to do 12, but this is 9 originally, and even though this is pretty knackered battered ply, this is a new piece, and when fixed down it's actually pretty solid. So once it's got flooring on, it'll be pretty solid, and it'll be so well fixed down that that's not an issue. It'll be going nowhere and moving, so that's fine. Today I was planning on cleaning the cab and cleaning the seats and sorting the steering wheel out, but there's absolutely no chance that I'm going to be stood with the door open outside in this weather. So the plan in here is I'm going to look at fixing this steering wheel. Apparently with nail varnish remover you can melt the foam and reshape it. I'm going to have an attempt. If it looks no good, I'll just get a steering wheel cover. The seats are in pretty good nick. These will clean up pretty nicely. The only problem is this one piece on like the bolster, which is pretty much worn on every van. I think I might try and repair it, but we'll see. If I can't repair it, I'll get a single seat cover for the driver's seat. These trims here, they'll just get cleaned up and then sanded and just sprayed, either with plasti dip or just with spray paint, so they look like brand new. The plastics are all fine, they need a good clean up. I may plasti dip some of them just to darken it, because I'm not a big fan of this light grey colour. Then there's a missing vent. They're like a tenner on Amazon, so I'll order one of them. The headlining isn't too bad, that just needs a clean up. Again, I'll just give that a clean, and if it doesn't come up, I may look at some of the spray dyes that you can get for headlinings and potentially do that, like grey or black. But yeah, the cab itself's in pretty good shape. It just needs a proper good clean. I've got drill brush attachment that I'll give it a proper good scrub, and yeah, it'll be nice and clean. And I'll also get a carpet in there so it feels a bit more car-like than van-like, and get a fitted carpet that goes across as like a car mat. So yeah, not really much of an update today because of the weather, but I should be able to at least get a good list of materials written down, get all the ply ordered, and then I'm hoping by the end of the week I'll have the whole van insulated and lined out, and I'll basically have a shell to start working on. So yeah, as always, like the video and subscribe so you don't miss any, and I'll see you in the next video.